Welcome to CryptoCoins, where we review the best coins for you.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris and today we have a pretty interesting project to talk about. But before we do, just a reminder, as always, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. I'm simply a geek on the internet, and I sometimes bring you guys different projects that you might find entertaining or just, informative. And, regardless of what you see on this channel, I always encourage you to utilize your own due diligence. Always do your own research. Always, if there's something here that you find to be interesting enough to potentially invest in it, definitely research it first. Like, don't just take what I say here. Go out, find out for yourself, or talk to an actual financial advisor. That being said, today we are talking about Nolus, the cross-chain Lease protocol. And with that being said, Lease, I will reaffirm, not a financial advisor, but what I will say is, especially when considering something like a lease or a loan or something of that nature, definitely check your finances. Check, anytime you consider something like this, you should always, consider everything, all aspects, all directions, and maybe a financial advisor can help you with that, or at the very least, if you know your funds and you know what you can do with them, a lease or a loan might be something you need, and they might be able to provide that service for you. But we'll go into what the service is and what it does. So it is, as I said, the cross-chain Lease protocol. Elevate your game with up to 3 times equity, dive into a world of minimized risks, and unlock the full potential of your assets. DeFi the odds. Borrowing and lending in crypto markets isn't what it should be. That's why they need a shakeup. Over-collateralization. The industry suffers from steep over-collateralization, making lending options unfavorable. The practice of using high locked-up collateral is holding back the market's potential because it ties up otherwise useful capital to help better manage your risk. So what Nolus is, basically, is a semi-permissioned blockchain bridging lenders and borrowers in a DeFi money market. With its DeFi Lease, borrowers can secure up to 150% financing on their initial investments and access to the underlying leveraged assets through whitelisted strategies. This is inspired by traditional leasing, where one pays a fraction up front and gains ownership after the repayment of the total overall lease. Nolas's approach to this cuts down the DeFi sector's high over-collateralization standards, which boosts capital efficiency and offers borrowers a better loan terms. So, trying to get you those better deals, basically. Nolus emphasizes interoperability. I'll get there. But they offer interoperability. I said it that first time, you heard me. Interoperability, connecting to various liquidity sources across chains without fragmenting the assets. And this system can swiftly swap assets on any integrated decentralized exchange. But so the intention is to streamline lending by negating the need for multiple pools and ensuring that liquidity providers handle only the stable assets, or so like stable coin and stuff like that, things that aren't going to be as have as much fluctuation, which should hopefully prevent loss. Ultimately, Nolus aims to simplify and enhance cross-chain DeFi experiences for everyone. Like, that is their overall goal. And so this is what they suggest is one of the biggest issues, the over-collateralization. And, what they are trying to do is solve that problem with the requirements that are typically in place, and the high risk of liquidations and the lack of asset ownership in this market. So they're trying to change that for the better. As you can see here, They do have right here the 150% financing on your initial investment. As I said before, they also have lowered liquidation risks, partial liquidations, and the users will have access to the underlying assets that I mentioned before. So that out of the way, let's talk a little bit about the NLS token. As an active stakeholder, you will be rewarded for participating in the underlying consensus of the network and contribute to governing the protocol's future development. Your involvement matters, and you get to shape the future of Nolus Protocol. This is what you see with a lot of tokens and investment like this. You see a lot of community rewards. As a stakeholder, you will enjoy reduced interest rates on asset leverage through DeFi leases, and when providing liquidity, you experience improved rates on your supplied stable coins. So and so that's something to take into consideration, that if you invest in the NLS tokens, you will have better rates whenever you do a lease through them. So they're backed by several people here. Let's see, you've got Dara Hacks, you've got Kahuna, you've got Block Builders Capital, got a couple of well-known ones there. They do have a Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. They have a few other things. You can find their white paper here as well. I've got a couple of other things to check out. We'll go ahead and check out the stats over here. So looking at Noas, this kind of gives you some of the stats here. Protocol utilization, loans provided, you can see right here. So far, the total borrowed amount is, what is that, 5,831,262.77. Don't forget about your cents. 63 protocol revenue, 63,085. So yeah, you can kind of check out different things here, the assets, the lease. So if you had a lease here, this is on the this is the app for it, so that you can check out the different things you've earned, your earnings, you know, all kinds of stuff. So that's pretty cool. But you also have GitHub. You can check out their GitHub here. So you know, if there's anything you're wondering about, you can check out these uploads on GitHub. But they also have a Medium for you to check out. You can go through and learn anything that you might want to learn about. You know, you have their audits report, which is important to note. They have actually been audited 3 times, and 2 times of that was by Oak Security, and 1 audit was made, the last one was by Halborn. So that's good to know. They've been audited several times, so you can check out the ratings on those. They also have their Twitter here. You know, it's always good to check out the social media and see what they have going on, what they're talking about. Triple your holdings without tripling your risk. Unlock the full potential of your assets, and that's kind of what they're just putting forward, is that keeping the risk the same as what you would normally see for these kinds of transactions, a lease type or loan type of deal, but increasing what you get out of it, basically. Like, they're basically saying that other people, if you go with them, you're not going to get as much money out of it, basically. And so you can, with them, they suggest that we have submitted requests to CoinGecko to update Nolus Protocol information ID. The update is essential for our stakeholders and the broader cryptocurrency community. Stay informed with the latest data. Kindly take a look. So yeah, you can kind of keep up with all that they are doing in order to, you know, see that their business succeeds. But yeah, so it's a pretty interesting project. Like I said, it is very much on the financial side of things. This is not as much an entertainment one as it will be something interesting for people who are looking to get a lease. or a loan. That isn't necessarily done through a centralized exchange. That isn't necessarily through a bank. And this might be potentially one you want to look at simply because of their claims that, you can get more and better financing and things of that nature, get better rates if you invest in the NLS token, all things that you should consider if you are potentially wanting to do a lease type of agreement. So, and there are risks that come with, leasing on the blockchain. But I mean, it's very similar, like just in general leases. I mean, you have to know what you are financially capable of. And you have to have the assets that you're willing to put up, or the, collateral that you're willing to put up, all those kinds of things. But that's not my business, that's theirs. I just wanted to bring you guys this, to your attention. This could be like a really good way to get a lease or loan if you are interested in doing that. So we will leave links in the description for you guys to check out as always. And I definitely think that they're offering some pretty good benefits, it looks like. So you guys check it out. If you know about them, let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are on them. And that's about it for today. Sorry guys, I think I'm tapped out. Anyways, you guys have a good one, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.